So I just wanted to make this video to have a quick moment of mindfulness and realization. And that is like these days a lot of people are talking about like the world is struggling with so many problems, like wars are going on, and like LGBT community is going wild, women, men, relationships, money, and there are like so many things people are talking about on like Instagram and all of these kind of things. And it's very easy to imagine after hearing all these kind of news that the world is in chaos and nobody knows what's happening and things like that. But the thing is, I just want to address this, that obviously I'm like 18 years old, and all the content that I see on my Instagram is related to like young generation, right? I just want to tell that I genuinely think that all of these things, it's exactly the opposite. I think the world is progressing at an extremely fast rate, and we are making problems of these tiny things which are not actually problems. But the thing is, we are just so obsessed with getting better and being in a perfect world that we're just taking every small thing and starting talking about it like it's some big issue, but it's actually not a big issue. And it's like in terms of productivity, like we can talk about mental peace as well. Like it's not mentally peaceful to be always having some problem to be working on, but in terms of productivity and the world progressing, we are at an all-time high progression right now. And this is like I'm talking about in general as a whole world, not some specific country. But the thing is, like things with AI right now going wild, and I can't even believe like just 5 years ago there was nothing like AI even existing, and right now AI is progressing so fast that people are literally doing so many things by themselves and getting the work done of so many people, which couldn't have been possible even just 5 years ago. Like in my lifetime, in my conscious lifetime, I'm experiencing these things. And people are also like making a worrying about this, like okay, how will we get jobs, and like AI is going to take over the world and things like that. But I think it's the opposite, because once, like if everyone is a good human being and the people in power genuinely care about people. Now of course some people think that they don't care about it, but let's just imagine for a second that they're not as cruel as we think, that they'll, if they have the like a button which can explode the world, they will not click on that button. But the thing is, with AI, if there's a lot of automation and the country can like basically progress on itself, they just, it's not like they're gonna make less money. It's that the government and the overall country will make more money and they can help the people by doing less work. That's what I think. Like ideally what can happen is that using AI and automation, they just do a lot of things and they can just raise the standard of the homeless and the poor people, and people who actually have jobs, like they can just focus. And if they don't have jobs and they're living on government welfare, the welfare will be so high that they won't feel like they are living on welfare, and they can actually focus on things like any form of art, which is basically what humans have always done. Is when they have all the material success in the world and they have nothing else to do, they try to get to art, singing, music, drawing, anything like that. But I just wanted to say that I'm really proud of my generation, and that is in every aspect, because I can easily imagine like people my age, they are so like and primarily because of self improvement that I'm saying this thing, that they are so obsessed with getting better at everything, which is definitely gonna have a net positive in the world. Like I see on my For You page on Instagram, there are so many pictures of so many young individuals having like top tier physiques, which in like if you just go back like 30 years before, in like 1990 or something, like that kind of physique would be unimaginable to even conceive. And if someone showed you a human like that, you would think that this is an alien or something like that. But the thing is, that's what an average fitness influencer is right now. And I can name like some really like not even well known people, like just people who work out and have like a few K followers, like 100K, which is not considered a lot considering like top tier influencers, they have millions of followers. But these guys, they have like 100K, 150K, and they have amazing physiques. And not just that, people are trying to build themselves in all regards of life, like trying to get their finances together as soon as they turn 18 or 19 years old, which is also a great thing because there was this, like, I think there was a big issue in the past that people, like, as soon as they turned 18 or 19, they did not know what to do, how to get into the world. They were getting like weird jobs and they did not like their life at all. But right now people are getting that kind of you can say education beforehand on how to manage finances through freelancing or whatever, like running an online business, and they are actually focusing on those things more than they ever did in the past. Same with education, people are prioritizing actual education more than just the school system. And some people also think that it's a bad thing that they hate on the school system, but I think if a guy who actually values information, like I also hate the school system, but thing is I genuinely like learning about things like biology, science, anything, maths even. Like I enjoy learning about these things. And if everyone can be like that, that they generally like information, then it's a way better world compared to people who like school systems. And there's a lot of things that I actually want to say, and like it's gonna be a bit difficult for me to put it into words. But the thing is, I really think that this generation is way better than the previous generations in a lot of aspects. Of course, they also have some cons like short attention spans and probably like anger issues and low tolerance and things like that. But the thing is, was seeing a video of this guy who is in like Navy, and he's like the commando of them, and he checks like which student can pass and which student can become a Navy SEAL and things like that. And he like someone asked him like, what do you think about the new generation coming into the army? And he said that these guys are the most fearless opposing to authority guys that I've ever seen. And he was telling it into like not in a like condemning way, but he was actually telling it as a positive. Like he was telling the story about a guy to whom he said like, right now I have the power to reject your dream. Basically that guy that he was interviewing, that guy's dream was to become a Navy SEAL. And the like interviewer, the person who was you can say marking him or checking him, he said to him that right now I have the capacity to shut down your dreams completely for the rest of your life. And he asked, are you scared of me? And without skipping a beat, the new generation guy looked him right in the eyes and said, I'm not scared of you, but I respect you. And he obviously passed him because like that's such a badass thing to hear from someone. But the thing is, like, I really agree with that, and I'm personally like that myself as well, that I don't like people telling me what to do if they don't have a solid reason for telling me that. Like nobody can just tell me that, okay, do this thing. I'm like, why should I do this thing? They're like, no, I'm just older from you, or I have a degree, just listen to what I'm saying. Like explain to me why what you're saying carries value. And that's the only way to get respect from this generation, which is a really great thing, that you don't have to obey people for no reason. If your own mind, like, first of all, for there's like condition for this, that you have to be open to like learning new things, right? But the thing is, if you are, and you if you're genuinely curious about things, then you can, then this is a really good thing, that you don't accept information if someone does not explain to you what they actually mean and why is it important. So I just wanted to put this out. And like if any of like my fellow generation people think that we're falling out or we're really bad, I don't think that I think we're far better than the other people who have passed this earth before us, and we have the potential to increase or to get a lot more. So let me know what you think, and if you agree with me. See you next time.